Welcome back, good viewer. This is the Skyrider, and here we are back in the Bone Horde. The lovely, lovely Bone Horde. In a dark, dark tomb, in a dark, dark city, there was a dark, dark cathedral with a dark, dark hammerite, and no. I'm attempting to make a reference to a beloved childhood rhyme, but it's failing miserably. Okay, having made our way up through those tunnels, here we have some burrick caverns. Down we drop, and this will not be the way we're going to end up going, good viewer, but I want to show it nonetheless. Let's just walk down here. As I said, there are some. If you scout around, you can discover some useful things that you may not know if this is the first time playing through the level. Now I'm just going to be quiet again, good viewer, because last time we were interrupted, and I'm not sure you could hear, listening back to it, the horn of Quintus far away in the distance. Just listen. I think you can just about hear it. Really is quite a beautiful sound, I think. Really sort of makes this place, well, I suppose it could be quite eerie, really, in a sense. You know, this sound of this music playing in the halls of the dead. Here we have sort of a burrick graveyard mortuary place. Nothing dangerous, just smelly. And down here we have, again, it's nothing much here, but there is something of interest, including this burrick, which we are just going to ignore, or maybe not. Yeah. See, if I'd have been a real thief, I could have clambered up that road with ease. Of course, because he knows we're here. There we go. We can't knock him out. And, of course, burricks can't climb, the idiots. So, here we are in this room, with some sort of lovely skeleton, some statues, a water arrow, which can be useful. Never know when you come just down, when things can come just down to just that one last water arrow. And some statues looking at us, and another one of Felix's associates. Let's see what he has to say. It appears I was wrong about the mystic's heart, and I will die for my mistake. The ancient tablet I found said that the heart would be in a room of statues whose gaze is death. But though there are statues here, it's clear to me now that this is not that place. I dare not go back down. The burricks prowl below in numbers, angered at my intrusion. Unless they leave, I will starve in this god-forsaken place. Poor chap. You really do feel for these characters, I must say, you know, just in this one note. I always think that's brilliant when... Right, see if we can get our revenge on this chap. Don't worry, I will finish my thought. Ha! Gotcha! Bastard. Yes, I always think it's brilliant when a game, well, a book, a play, a film, a TV series, just a story, you know, any sort of story, can really get you to actually empathise with someone you thought was a villain, or empathise with someone you wouldn't normally empathise with. You know, like that. You wouldn't necessarily empathise with a thieving sort of character like that, but, you know, you really do feel for him, because he's still human at the end of the day. Right. Ooh. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, I really wasn't doing that properly, so that was always going to fail. However, see this arrow? See this rope? There's some sort of connection here. Gotcha, up we go. And into the tunnel. Excellent. I mean, one example I can think of is, for those of you who know the TV show Prison Break, as I've mentioned before in previous episodes, there's a really, really vile character in there called Teabag. Don't let the name fool you though, good viewer. He is really... Another arrow pointing this way. Really is one of the most vile characters you will ever come across. And yet, this is one of the brilliant things about Prison Break, they get you to empathise with him. Like, over other characters. Which is weird. I mean, not as much the main protagonists, obviously, but, you know, he's a villain, but he's almost an anti-villain in some cases. Or you know, in some cases even an anti-hero, which is rather strange, but there we go. So, here we have another arrow. I better not... Gravity, you bastard! One of these days I won't fall down. I was moving towards that arrow up there. See that red fire up there? And that's one way to lead into the last area of this mission. But don't worry, we can make our way out. And what do you know? Another dead body. Poor guy. And he left behind a book. Quite how this got melded into the rock, and indeed quite how it got here without getting wet, I don't know. But let's see what Darren has to say. Felix doesn't care, but we've definitely found signs that Adolfo has been here before us. I don't know if he found that fabulous gemstone he always said was here, but if it's still here, it's worth more than the lousy horn of quintuplets, or whatever the thing is called. If I'm reading the signs right, Adolfo was convinced something useful was deep down below the burrick tunnels. Interesting. Yet more information about, yet more gemstones. So... let's get out of these tunnels if we can. You know what, good viewer? I think I've finally done this mission enough. Jump over here, go down here, and make our way back up. This is the only way back up. I think I've finally started to become a little more comfortable with this mission. A couple of barracks here, where I can finally actually start knowing where I am, vaguely. Now, can we knock one of them out? Oop, missed again. That's one. Now, has Bob seen me? Doesn't really matter if he has, because I could just run past him, but... ooh, got him! Nice. Excellent. Okay. Right round here. Red tunnels, this is promising. Ah, listen. You must be able to hear it by now. Yes, there it is. And here we are, good viewer. The third, and it has to be said, the most bastardly of all, or most bitchy, depending on your preference, of all the sections of this mission. It's the third section, the first one being that little introduction of tombs we had. The second even being, nice to know I can still count. Oop. There we go, don't want to drown. The second being the burrick tunnels, and this being the third, good viewer. The halls of echoing repose. With pretty much the most of everything, to be honest, good viewer. The most treasure, and also the most zombies, and the most traps. Which is not good. It's also this place I feel that is, you know, see, a couple of them right over there. This is the place I feel also, good viewer, that is, well, yes, as I said, it's the trickiest, really. Because, oh, 3 zombies, blimey, now. I do have plenty of holy water. Do I want to spend 6 water arrows to take these bastards out? Well, in fairness, I am a thief, so it is my job to sneak. I don't necessarily need to take them out yet. But I do have plenty of holy water. No, that's what I was going to say, good viewer. It's that this place is also the most maze-like. It's quite easy to get lost in this place if you're not careful. And be very aware of everything. Look at everything you stand on, good viewer. Because it's quite hard to see, but there's actually a hole behind that ladder. And that pressure pad there on the middle of the bridge, you want to avoid. So, no, there it is. Anything here? No, okay. Oh yes, down there, good viewer, we picked up a golden bone. Here, which you don't have to do, it's not vital, but it will lead you to a nice little bonus set of things. Nothing objective related, but it's nice nonetheless. Okay. So yes, we won't engage these zombies unless we have to. I mean, to be quite frank, you can just let them go about their business, because they are quite slow, and, you know, they're just like normal guards, really. They won't, if you don't do anything to provoke them, or if they don't see you, they can't hurt you, you know. Here we have another golden bone. Second of 3. Okay, I'm going to put out some torches in this area. Ah! I hate releasing prematurely. My blasted mouse, there we go. It is nice having a wireless mouse and keyboard, but then it's also not nice having a wireless mouse and keyboard at times.
Tunes with piped-in music. How classy.
It does add something to the atmosphere, I feel, that music. And this is, I'll just go down here and show it. This was where we would have done if we hadn't accidentally on purpose fallen in the water. Well, to be honest, I'm not actually sure if I did accidentally on purpose fall in the water. I know I fell in the water, but okay, let's just... There we go. Okay, now we have an area of darkness, a sort of safe zone to run back to should we get overwhelmed with zombies. Yes, it's not... I think I was thinking, do I do the whole falling in the water joke again? Or not, and I was considering it, but then the decision was sort of made for me. Lots of zombies. Again, nothing to be concerned about, just so long as you know where they are. Okay, we'll put out this torch because, as you can see, 4 zombies here, good viewer, which I suppose we could take out with holy water, but if we were to do that, that would alert other zombies to our presence. So instead, we'll grab the 3rd golden bone, run in, grab that, run out. Yes, yes, brains, brains, brains. Go moan to somebody else. Okay, so we're still a good 1,500... Ooh. 1,500 gold away from completing our objectives. We need to find the Horn of Quintus and the 2 gemstones. And let me tell you right now, good viewer, that finding those gemstones is probably the hardest part of this mission, and one of the things I hate most about it. There are zombies everywhere, good viewer, which is something of a problem. Yes, yes, keep moaning, Bug. Bug? It's halfway between Bob and Bub. More zombies over there. Yes, getting those gemstones is definitely the hardest part of this entire thing, in my opinion. Because one slip up there, and you would quite easily screw yourself. Yes, keep moving, bub. Now, where is it? It's somewhere around here. So there's more darkness, why not? Hear it. Where is it? I'll find it later.
Felix? You don't look so good.
Well, he won't be needing his bread anymore. And yes, good viewer, this is the infamous Felix. Let's have a look at what this final journal has to say. Oh, I'm so close. Oh, here's the sound of the horn echoing all around. That coward suitor. He left me an hour ago after Cather blundered into a trap. But you can bet I'll be finding the prize on my own. Seems that I'm not the first grave robber to muck about in these halls. The infamous Adolfo was down here, probably after one of the richer but heavily warded treasures. Looks like he failed, the poor bugger. This part of the tombs is filled with traps, and there's no way I'm plundering some of these crypts. But the horn's gonna be mine, I know it! If the rumours are true, the sound of the horn should be keeping any local barracks happy and peaceful-like, with no thoughts of bothering old Felix. My only trouble now be my dwindling supply of holy water. I thought there would be a font in this area, but I'm blasted if I can find it. And the dead seem to be getting restless about something. The unquiet dead, Felix. The bane of many an adventurer. Speaking of which, unfortunately, if they don't see me, then we're fine. Oh, that's perfect. A patrol of 3 zombies, that's not good. But we'll just wait for them to go on their merry way. Let me guess, there's another one coming around the corner, isn't there? Or maybe not. Did they see me? I don't know. No, but there is one there. Bloody hell, these bastards are everywhere. Okay, fine. You put me into a corner, so be it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not bad for an amateur. Okay. And we're back here again. See? I told you this place was a maze. Okay, I think we better start making our way to the upper levels, because that's where everything is. Of course, we're still going to get out of this place as well, so I've got to find where the exit is as well. Oh, hello. That's one good thing about zombies as well. You can outrun them. Okay. Got a zombie over there. Jump over his corpse and round the corner. And it's all good. And we have a wooden ramp. Hello, zombie! You can't get me up here because you are incapable of climbing. In fact, you're incapable of many things. You'll never amount to anything if you're just going to stand around like that. You disgust me, quite frankly, zombie. You're just unable to let go of anything. Including your grasp on life. Tile... well, maybe tile, but you know what is worse, good viewer? See this hammer that's lit up? I'll look carefully around it. Yep, you guessed it. It's entirely rigged. So whatever you do, good viewer, don't go into the light. Okay. Loot these sepulchres. Well, not the actual ooh, that was close. I thought I'd landed on it. Not the actual sepulchres, but there we go. And this is the holy water font that Felix was talking about. It's a bit of a useless place, to be honest. But we also have the golden bones, 2 of which are here, and we'll drop this other 3 in to this sarcophagus right here. And the last one is leg. And huzzah! We are rewarded, good viewer, with many more water arrows, some fire arrows, and another bit of holy water. 16 fire arrows, good viewer. You can use fire arrows, I believe. I don't generally do it myself, but I believe you can use fire arrows to take zombies out, which can be quite good. Right, jump over here. And there we go. So that is the purpose of the golden bones, good viewer. You get that little cache of supplies, which can be quite useful, particularly if you're in need of fire arrows, which we are. However, good viewer, I think we're going to leave things here. Now that we've made our way to the halls of echoing repose, looted the Hammerite crypt, and been a general sort of zombie-slaying ninja, it has to be said. So, good viewer, we will leave things there, and next time we will commence the hardest part of this mission, going after all the objectives, quite frankly. Getting all the money, getting the 2 gemstones, and of course, the beautiful, haunting, and eerie Horn of Quintus itself. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Skyrider. Farewell until we meet again.